Hello, everyone, and welcome. As most of you know, I'm S. Barry Hamdani, the relationship messenger. And today I want to share some tools and techniques with you that are going to help you settle in the things that you want to accomplish, particularly in relationships. I want to point out something to you, and that is that there are numerous realities that were created at the foundation of the world, and they are there to help you. Sometimes in attempting to accomplish what you want in a relationship, sometimes you just simply try too hard. And if you get anything from this today, I want you to get this. Understand what it means to try too hard. See, you're so committed to the relationship. You want it, and you want it to work. And in your commitment, you've had some auto-suggestion. You've talked to yourself and said that you're going to do everything you possibly can this time around to make the relationship work. And that's good. That's a great thought. But I want you to know that sometimes in the process of trying, we create the opposite result. And I want you to come in contact with that so that the energy you expend in your relationship will be productive, so that you're not just doing things and doing things and doing things with no real production. Now, the realities that I just alluded to are numerous, and I want you to think about it. From the beginning of the world, God had you in mind, and He has known your ending from the very beginning, Isaiah 41:10 or 47:10. So the ending has been known from the beginning. Therefore, you need not worry. You need to understand that what you are going to accomplish, and accomplish it you will, is going to be effortless. The energy you expend is part of your passion. It is your passion that is creating the thing that you want. In fact, the scriptures tell us that your gift will make room for you. And I just want you to settle in that. There's no argument. There is no debate. Your gifts will make room for you. Now, sometimes you would come to an end in a thing, end in a relationship with your job. Sometimes you'll come to an end with a particular business. Sometimes you'll come to an end in your relationship with someone. And if the relationship does not necessarily ultimately end, part of the relationship will, because you are growing. And you are growing exponentially. So the point I want you to get a hold of today is that the things that are supposed to happen for you are indeed going to happen for you. Stop trying so hard. I alluded to a variety of realities. One of those realities is a latent reality. It's the reality of things that lie beneath the surface that has not yet manifested for you, but it is there. Because it has not yet manifested for you does not mean that you have failed. It will manifest in time. It is a seed that is planted beneath the surface. You don't have to try to make the sun shine to enrich the soil. You don't have to try to make the rain fall to nurture the soil. Those things in nature are going to happen because the seed has already been planted. And it is the same with you. The type of relationship that is going to develop in your life has already been spoken for. If it has not developed or has not developed to the extent that you wish right now, know this. It's in the making. All you have to do is love the process and understand the realities. The reality of that which is latent beneath the surface, it has not yet blossomed. The reality that has manifested, the thing that was once latent, has now manifested. And you did not need to do anything spectacular to make that happen. All you had to do is believe. Now, your belief is the seed that is beneath the surface. As long as you believe that you're going to accomplish something, and the nature of that belief is not sinister, meaning that it's not hurting anyone else, then I'm here to tell you that it is going to come to pass if you get out of the way. If you stop trying so hard. There's an important reality that I want you to connect to. And it is the reality of silence. Silence is the place in which the seed was born. It is the moment that the seed was planted into the soil. Silence is the place in which the seed germinates. So you say, okay, Barry, show me some practical ways to identify with what you're saying, Barry, so that I can connect and stop trying and allow the desire of my heart to develop. Well, here it is. Go into silence with your dream. And when you go there, block everything out of your mind. And don't try to block it. Just relax. And you'll hear the thoughts come, but they won't grasp. They won't grasp your attention in the way they used to. Simply because you are aware that you are in a silent place, a godly place, and you desire to not be encumbered by anything. Just breathe. Notice that as you relax in this space, that this space has no form. This space has no color. This space has no perimeters. There are no edges. There's no beginning. And there is no end in that space. The space where you're just relaxing. You're not even meditating. You're not making any effort whatsoever to extinguish a thought or an idea. You let them come and go and they just pass by. And you're still breathing. You're still relaxing. You're still calm. In this space, you need to know that it can't die. It can't end. It can't go away. Hear the silence. In this space, your spirit is connecting to your calling. The very thing that you were born to do happens in that space. When it is time for you to grow and move on, that reality happens in this same space of silence. When your dreams begin to manifest, they manifest in this same place of silence. There's wisdom in silence. Look, in silence, you become acutely aware of your gifts. All of us have a number of gifts, and our gifts will make room for us. When we are putting out a lot of unnecessary effort, when we are not developing any production whatsoever, it's an indication that we are not operating in our gifts. You know what your gifts are. People have told you over and over the things that you are good at. You know the things that you do better than most other people, and you enjoy doing them. You know the things that you would do in life if money was no option, if money was not a factor. You know the thing that you would do simply because you have a great passion to do it. That is your calling, and that is the space in which you should be silent. If it is public speaking, you need to be silent and just hear yourself. If it is music, you need to be in a place of silence and just hear yourself play. Whatever those talents are, they were given to you that they may develop. But sometimes we get caught up in our work life, trying to make a living and pay bills and do those things that are necessary. And we get home and we are tired and exhausted and distracted. And we do not get back to the point where we can just go silently and let our gifts lead us. There is a place before God, and it is a silent, secretive place. And if you go there, all of these realities are going to begin to emerge in one place. The reality of that which is latent, the reality of influence, the reality of power, the reality of place. All of these things are already working for you without your effort. Notice this. You may not be able to define them, but it doesn't stop it from working for you. You may not be able to explain it in detail, but it doesn't stop it from working for you. Anything in nature that is designed to produce a particular outcome that does not do something will be cursed. Jesus passed by a fig tree and it didn't bloom, so he cursed the tree. Why? Because it should have bloomed. You know the story of the talents. One man given 1 talent, another given 2, another given 5. The one that was given 1 talent went and hid his talent because he did not believe that it would produce. The man who was given the 2 talents went out and put it to work. He knew no more than the guy with the single talent, but he believed, and therefore he put it out there in the universe. The guy with 5 talents knew no more than the guy with the 1 talent, no more than the guy with 2 talents, but he put it out in the universe and let it work. Neither of the 3 tried very hard, but it worked for 2 and it failed for 1, which is why Jesus later said, "To he who hath, much is given, but to he who had not, even that which he had shall be taken away." Now, the thing that he had not was belief. It was not a material thing. It was a belief. He did not believe, therefore he hid the talent. You have many talents. Some are yet undiscovered. I want you to focus on those talents, because at different points in your life, those talents are going to emerge and come together. Now, you may function in 1 talent, and maybe it doesn't produce enough money for you. Maybe it's not doing enough. Well, move away from your own cheese and focus up on your next talent. You have more than 1. And the talent that did not produce for you perhaps was not designed to produce in isolation. Maybe it is designed to come together with 2 or more talents in order to develop the desired outcome. So I'm giving you some information today that is a little bit arbitrary. It is all intangible. You won't fully get it until you learn to relax, trust the process, spend time in silence, and hear what God and the universe has to say about your talents. Today, I want you to take a sheet of paper and write out your different talents. That's all you need to do. You don't need to make projections up on them where they're going to take you. Stop and write out all of your talents on a sheet of paper and focus on them. Think about them a little before you go to sleep. Think about them before you wake up. And notice the change that takes place in your life.